I honestly think a lot of teams are really close right now. I don't think it's like this sort of thing where the second or third or fourth place team is going to be much, much stronger than the others. Like obviously G2 is quite good, but they're not going to be in our bracket of the playoffs. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined once again by Dylan Falco. Congratulations after picking up the first win after 6 losses in a row against Misfits. How do you feel after this game?
I feel pretty good. The loss streak is over, so now we can rise again from the ashes.
Rise again from the ashes and contest for playoffs, most important.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
So, are there any things that you can pinpoint to go, okay, these were some of the reasons why we went on a 6-game losing streak?
Okay, so obviously we started off the split very strong. We were sitting in, I think, second place throughout most of the first weeks. And then I think near the middle of the split, we just kind of had a rough week or two where we had some sickness on the team. We had just some issues with finding a strategy for maybe about 1 week. But honestly, throughout our loss streak, I think we've been performing really well in scrims. We've been very motivated to improve. It feels like our game plans always are solid, but we've just had a real issue just translating to stage. So it's been kind of, I think, really frustrating and confusing for a lot of our players because we don't treat ourselves as a team that should be struggling to make playoffs. Like it's not, we don't feel like this is actually our true skill level. So I hope that just getting a win like this is enough to maybe get some wins next week, make playoffs, and then actually have a real showing in the playoffs.
Of course, best of fives do show the teams that are more consistent usually show up in best of fives. Of course, that's the nature of the game. That said, though, especially yesterday must have felt frustrating from your perspective when Upset got that early pentakill and everyone was like, okay, Schalke is finally back, and then you guys still lose. Like I think it's happened like 3 or 4 times in history that someone who got a pentakill actually lost.
They said I think EU LCS, it was the first time ever.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Although I know it happened like last year on Fnatic. Reckless got a pentakill one time we didn't win.
That was MSI though. So like
MSI, yeah. Also, we were really losing that game. So
yeah. So like, what was the mood after that game in particular? How did you keep Upset's morale up after that one in particular?
No, upset, not upset, but morale in general probably wasn't that great yesterday after we lost. People were pretty down. Yeah. I think it's really natural to feel kind of frustrated when you expect to do well and you really have these expectations and then you just lose. So yeah, we were pretty frustrated yesterday, but we had a team meeting. We talked it out together. We I worked with some of the players today and we had some discussions about what we need to do to get our mental back in state, and yeah, we won. So.
Good job there, for sure. That said, though, I have to be critical as well. I felt like, while you guys did get some great early game advantages, there were also some hiccups here and there. And at the mid game, especially at the Baron, Misfits just threw the game away, and it felt more like Misfits handed the win to you guys than maybe you guys really pushed it hard. Are you you guys will play? Is it? Who do you guys play next week?
We play Rogue and Origin.
Okay. So Rogue is obviously a must-win for you guys.
Yeah.
But Origin, realistically speaking, given the forms, I would not favor Schalke right now. So what are your thoughts going into that match in particular?
Just like I said, just as I think we felt confident going into basically every week, I think we'll feel confident going next week as well. When we're playing well and trust each other as a team, I think we are not just like a 6th place team. We're a contender for one of the higher up positions. So I think in a best of 1 setting with a good game plan, we absolutely can beat Origin. But yeah, it's definitely they're playing quite well recently.
Yeah, I mean Origin are viewed as a top 2 team by many right now. Yeah. So difficult opponent there, but of course Rogue is the win game to focus there. And then you would end the split on a 9-9 score, for example, if you were to lose to Origin but win against Rogue, which would realistically get you playoffs. Likely.
Maybe. I think it depends on, for example, right now there's a Splice SK game going on that's going to be really important for us.
Yeah. If Splice wins, it's better for you guys, I would assume. So good, interesting there. But overall, so if you had the chance to go back in time, like 3 weeks or so, and you had the chance or the knowledge that you have now, would there be any specific things that you would change in order to prevent this 6-game losing streak?
Yeah, of course. There's always stuff when you have hindsight. It's 2020, right? I think some of the strategies we were playing on stage is because we were playing so aggressive and confident in scrims and performing so well. We were playing a lot of very, very mechanically intensive champions, a lot of like mid-jungle combos that relied on really like a ton of execution. And then on stage, it's a lot harder to pull off when people are playing safer, and Abadage is a rookie in his first season. So that's one of the changes I probably would have made. And as you can see, like this week, Abadage played really incredible, but he just wasn't put in a position where it's really, really high pressure, high execution, and if his pick fails, the game is hard. So that's one of the things, yeah.
And how did the team in general manage to get Memento back on track? Because obviously his tweet yesterday was getting a lot of people worried about, his state of mind and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Jonas was obviously pretty upset after our loss yesterday. I think he took it pretty personally. I had a chat with him today. Tim, my boss, had a chat with him today as well, and he came in with a really good attitude and played quite well.
Can you nothing strategic related, but could you elaborate a bit on what you said specifically in terms of mindset and that kind of stuff?
No, just about not doubting the practice that we've had and not doubting the strategy, and because it's easy to have a lot of doubts of things after you're on a lose streak. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to put yourself on a pedestal if you do well, and easy to put yourself down if you lose quite a lot. So realistically, going into, if you guys do manage to qualify for playoffs, of course, any teams that you would specifically like to face?
I'd like to face Fnatic. That would be fun. Face against my old team. I actually think we match up decently well against them too. I honestly think a lot of teams are really close right now. I don't think it's like this sort of thing where the second or third or fourth place team is going to be much, much stronger than the others. Like obviously G2 is quite good, but they're not going to be in our bracket of the playoffs. So
right,
yeah.
And then teams like Origin and Vitality do look up to G2 standard at this point. I would argue. I mean Origin in particular.
Well, yeah, G2 did drop some games, but I just feel like these teams. Especially in the best of 5 settings, they have weaknesses. Like they have parts of the map where I feel like my team's better, and they have some parts of the map where maybe they're a bit better. But there's definitely games to be played.
All fair. Now, okay, yeah, that pretty much sums it up there. Of course, we'll see how you guys make it there in playoffs. Will be very interesting. What are your personal thoughts on Splice? I'm interested because I feel like Splice has been a consistently underrated team by many. When it comes to predictions, a lot of people always go, nah, Splice won't take it, but then they do at the end of the day. So what are your personal thoughts on that team?
I always expected that this roster would not be a bottom tier team like some people were saying. I think that they have just a lot of solid, consistent players, and players like Xerxes and Kobe that have like always performed quite well in the LCS. Like they've never really been in the bottom half of the standings, these players. So that being said, I didn't expect them to be like a top 2, top 3 team either. So them picking up like their win against G2, etc., is pretty surprising to me.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward in there. I think that covers it for now. Would you like to say anything to the Schalke fans?
I guess thank you, the Schalke fans that are out there, for supporting us through the hard times, and hopefully we can make playoffs and play well.
And a hashtag for the people that watch until the end.
I'm really bad at these hashtags. Can you do something?
Hashtag motivational speech.
Okay, sure.
That's, I think, a fitting one. So, I hope you guys got cleared up on the situation of Schalke a little bit. Thank you so much, Dylan, for your time, of course. Hashtag motivational speech for the people that watched until the end. This was Darius from the Shotcaller. Hope you guys have a good day. See you guys then. Bye-bye. Hey, everyone. Unfortunately, we still don't have a sponsor, so we do really rely on you guys supporting us on Patreon. So we'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnovic, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your support, and of course all the names of the people you see scrolling past you right now. It is genuinely truth when I say that without you this wouldn't be possible right now, so we really do appreciate it. Thank you.